Late last year, China suddenly relaxed its COVID-related measures. As a result, the number of COVID-infected patients soared, creating a shortage of medical supplies. The rising death toll also overwhelmed the crematoriums and funeral homes. In recent days, many people across several places in mainland China reportedly fell on the ground before and during the Chinese New Year. Some even died where they fell. Some netizens said, "This kind of collapse has become a very familiar sight. Scary." In a video, a passenger unexpectedly passed out at Shanghai South Railway Station on January 15th. In another video, 2 boys were lying on the bed when their mother entered the room. She suddenly fell to the ground with a plop. The location of the video is unknown. A video on January 18th shows an elderly citizen of Ximeng, Inner Mongolia, suddenly falling to the ground while walking at home. There were 2 small children around her. On New Year's Eve, a man waiting in line to board the train at Fuyang Railway Station in Anhui on January 21st suddenly fell to the ground, as shown on video. While rushing along with a large red bag, a man from Zhejiang suddenly fell to the ground. Surrounding people rushed to provide first aid. All the videos mentioned above were uploaded on different Twitter accounts in January. A report from banwen.com reveals that falling everywhere frequently occurs as COVID outbreaks sweep throughout the country. In mid-December of last year, a staff member at the Shanghai subway station said that recently passengers had fallen everywhere in the station, most of whom were elderly. Some of them passed away in carriages. According to the staff member, the subway group requested surveillance due to recent occurrences of passengers falling on the ground. The implementation of daily inspections, rescue efforts, and police calls has to be strengthened. China modified its definition of a COVID death toward the end of last year, limiting the number of deaths to those caused by respiratory illnesses. China's low COVID death toll has been met with disbelief and ridicule since the start of the pandemic.
What you see if you visit local crematoriums is that a lot of people have died. The coffin makers...
1月25号 ，BBC 记者深入探访了中国山西省北部的农村，他们发现的证据表明，当地死亡人数相当多，而且还在不断上升。
In fact, all those we meet who are working in the funeral industry speak about an explosion in demand, 2 or 3 times what's normal, according to this man.
然而，许多在家死亡的人都没有被统计在中共官方的死亡数字之内。
可怜了，什么石头都拿来捅死人了，什么呼啦啦都拿来捅死人了。死人在外面待1日，皇上阴灵掉，你在车头高头待了1日，你还是得拍的呀。
根据大纪元获得的内部文件显示，截止到1月2号，南京市各殡葬服务机构在1个月内火化遗体的数量比平时多出6到7倍，最高时一天火化761具遗体。一位身在纽约的美籍华人更是向本台表示，今年过年不是拜年，而是奔丧。
他们回去就不是在过年，而是在办老人家的后事。
这位程先生曾经在北京开设公司10年，有广泛的人脉关系。一名中共卫健委的干部对他说，光是中共党员就已经死了10%。
他有跟我讲说，光是党员就已经有10%的人已经走掉了，这样子，你这样子就可以推算了吗？
一位何姓朋友还向程先生透露，早在白纸革命之前，北京就全面感染了。北京第2监狱一个警察感染之后，就像点燃了一把火，不到3天，几乎整个监狱全部沦陷。但他却从中发现了一个奇特的现象。
因为这次也很好玩的，就是我这个合影这个朋友，他有跟我讲，因为法轮功也被关在2监嘛，法轮功的人没有一个得病的，你说你相不相信？对啊。
在法轮功创始人李洪志大师开示，3年多来，中共一直在掩盖疫情。中国的疫情已经死了4亿人之后，对于这个震惊中国和世界的消息，中共当局至今不敢反驳。程先生表示，他们早已经有人口监测模型，这说明中共高层是知道的。
其实拿他这个模型来推算，就是大师的讲法也完全符合。为什么？因为你共产党员总共才9000多万人，那你现在你共产党员10%走掉了，那不是就接近快900万了嘛？那你再推到整个中国大陆的话，差不多啊。
自中共病毒大爆发以来，中共高官和为中共站台的名人密集扎堆死亡。截止到1月24号，1月份确认染疫死亡的人数达53名。李洪志大师也多次告诫世人，远离中共邪党，不为邪党站队，才是躲避瘟疫的灵丹妙药。新唐人记者瑞丽，特约记者林丹，纽约采访报道。
Between January 13th and 19th, China's health authorities reported there were over 12,000 new deaths of hospitalized people infected with COVID, and more than 1 billion are infected. According to the VOA Chinese, the Chinese Communist Party's CDC announced on January 21st that 12,658 patients had died in medical facilities from the pandemic in 6 days, just before the Chinese New Year holiday. Among these, 681 people died of respiratory failure, while 11,977 others died of complications. On January 14th, China reported nearly 60,000 coronavirus-related deaths in hospitals between December 8th and January 12th, a sharp increase from the more than 5,000 deaths previously reported throughout the pandemic. The data was once again questioned for its validity. Bloomberg and RFA said that the disclosure of COVID deaths results from pressure from the WHO, the US, and others. Many doctors and locals have told Xintang Ren about the unusually high number of deaths in their area. A doctor surnamed Li in Shanxi revealed that many people died around him, both elderly and young people. Some people died suddenly during the recovery period. The corpses in the crematorium could not be burned, and the officials would not release accurate data. Dr. Li said,
90%人都养过了，我也养过了。我们这一个县30多万人，这一段就连农村连我们这个单位里的，据说死了4000多人了，一个村子就10几个，烧不完都排队，排一半个月。农村是土葬，花圈、棺材都大涨价，脱销了，买不着。
Citizen Fan from Xianyang City, Shanxi Province, said that under normal circumstances, the local crematorium burns more than a dozen corpses a day, which can be completed in half a day. However, the number of cremations has skyrocketed, and the queue continues until the evening. A new crematorium has been built in the area, and several incinerators are burning non-stop.
疫情死人多，往我们的市里面居民70万人，听说有5000人，包括县城、农村700万人，死人多了。我们家亲戚吃火化排队，我们这儿建了个新火车厂，里面有好几个焚化炉，不停的烧。原来废弃的火化场都重新启用，本地的人烧不完，外地人也不会烧。咱们农村的死了以后，你没地方火化，村民直接就埋了。
According to an insider on the internet with knowledge of the situation, 6,117 people died in Pengze County, Jiujiang, Jiangxi Province in December 2022. Compared with no more than 100 deaths in December 2021, the number increased by 60 times.
在外界持续关注施压之后，德国政府终于在25日宣布，将会提供乌克兰14辆豹2式战车，同时也会批准其他国家的豹2援助案。
Ich konnte erfreulicherweise berichten, dass die Entscheidung der Bundesregierung gefallen ist, Leopard-Panzer 2A6 in die Ukraine zu liefern.
而在德国点头后，美国总统拜登也接着宣布要提供31辆 M1 艾布兰战车，并感谢德国政府做出的决定。拜登表示，美国和欧洲依旧团结一致。
And today I'm announcing that the United States will be sending 31 Abrams tanks to Ukraine.
对于美国和德国的战车援助，乌克兰总统泽伦斯基除了表示感谢，也希望能够进一步获得远程飞弹和战机。俄罗斯方面则警告说，这将会扩大冲突的规模，并特别以二战的历史责任来指责德国。目前除了驻欧美军，没有任何欧洲国家拥有现役的 M1 战车，因此后勤问题也是美国先前不愿援助的原因之一。而德国制造的豹2战车则是欧洲主流的战车之一，有10几个国家正在使用。专家分析，美国提供战车更多是基于政治因素，希望让欧洲各国效法跟进。
The numbers that the Americans are talking about are not going to be militarily significant in and of themselves. Right? A couple of dozen tanks are not going to reverse the battlefield outcome in Ukraine. Hundreds are going to be needed. Now, the Leopard 2s can be provided in those kinds of numbers, in part because lots of different European countries operate them.
目前，波兰、挪威、西班牙等多国已经陆续宣布将会提供豹2战车给乌克兰。法国也在研拟援助国产的雷克勒战车。不过，无论是哪一种战车，都还需要数个月的时间才能完成运输和培训，让乌克兰军方投入战场。新唐人亚太电视李义宏综合报道。
On the first day of the Lunar New Year, 2 entertainment venues in Henan and Sichuan had accidents simultaneously. The first was a rotating swing accident at a crowded spring fair at the Niuwang Temple of Huacaohua in Zhoukou City, Henan Province. The swing was rotating at high speed when some seats suddenly hit a nearby truck, causing the swings to become entangled. Many swings began to twist and collide with each other out of control. Several passengers were injured due to the strong impact, and some were thrown to the ground. Visitors panicked at the chaotic scene. According to local news media, onlookers pressed the emergency stop button to stop the swing. The police and ambulance arrived at the scene to give first aid to the injured. According to the local police response on January 23rd, all of the injured visitors were fine, and the cause of the accident is under investigation. The local town government reported that there was no serious injury to victims. Officials said the temporary amusement park was set up at Niuwang Temple without official permission from the authorities. During the Lunar New Year holiday, many Chinese people travel. At a scenic spring spot in Sichuan, another tragic accident happened on the same day. A sightseeing hot air balloon has crashed at a tourist spot in Zuihua Valley, Lushan City, Sichuan Province. According to the live footage, the hot air balloon suddenly lost control after soaring high and immediately plunged to the ground. The balloon finally fell into the forest with 3 adults and 1 child aboard. Eyewitnesses reported the steel rope tied to the ball broke for unknown reasons. Then the balloon fell rapidly when it reached a height of 1,000 meters. Authorities said the youngest victim is 10, and the oldest is about 50 years old. According to domestic media, in recent years, accidents involving hot air balloons have frequently occurred in various regions of China. 3 fatal hot air balloon accidents occurred in October and November 2020 alone.